The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment and contains views, opinions, commentaries, and content that may offend some subscribers of this show. Listener discretion is advised.
It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
You beat the man! You gotta beat the man! Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the World Heavyweight Champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. HEW Entertainment Radio is inviting you to comment on our video blogs, join the conversation, and like us. So what are you waiting for? Log on and listen now. Don't miss out on any of the action. Download our app on the App Store, Google Play, and the official website of HEW Entertainment. Once you download and install it, you'll get caught up on news, YouTube videos, and more. Download it now.
Wrestling fans, I'm Jonathan Clarke. You can follow me on my Twitter at JonathanClarke1. Give me a follow. I would really appreciate that. And comment on this video blog on my channel on YouTube at JonathanClarke22. Smash that like button and get in on the conversation in the comments of this video. This week I want to bring up Dean Ambros and his reign as Intercontinental Champion, which is his very first reign as Intercontinental Champion, which makes the Intercontinental Championship that much more fun to talk about and that much more fun to really get into in the way of a conversation, because we want to know who the challengers are going to be for Dean Ambros' Intercontinental title in his first ever reign as champion. Like we've seen the first ever reigns of Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin go the way they have. I think they've really been a staple in establishing the names that we've seen over the years go on to become some of the biggest names and greatest legends of all time. You know, to say that Dean Ambros is going to go down in history for being one of the greatest legends of all time, I think that would be jumping the gun right now, so I'm not going to do that. But I think that Dean Ambros is going to use this first reign as Intercontinental Champion to really go a long way in establishing his legacy as a wrestler in WWE and to give wrestling fans something to remember him by. I think he's so fun to watch because you don't know what he's going to do from one minute to the next. You could put him in the ring against anyone from Triple H like we saw in the Royal Rumble. That exchange in the last few minutes of the Royal Rumble was phenomenal. The place came unglued when the fans realized that Dean Ambros actually had a chance of winning the Royal Rumble match. The place just blew up. It exploded before Triple H eliminated him. Before eliminating him, of course, he eliminated 3 wrestlers. Obviously, we knew that Triple H was going to win the Royal Rumble match, but just thinking that Dean Ambros actually had a chance of winning the Royal Rumble match, the place exploded, and deservingly so, for just how phenomenal of a wrestler Dean Ambros has been exemplified for being over the last year. And after having chased that Intercontinental title for a year, I am really proud that Dean Ambros finally has the Intercontinental title and seems to really be getting into his first reign as Intercontinental Champion, turning the Intercontinental title division into the Ambros Asylum, with challenges coming from people like Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, which were really fun matches for me to watch as a wrestling fan, because I think we can't get enough of these kind of matches because we don't ever really see them enough. And I think that wrestling fans want to see exchanges like Dean Ambros and Dolph Ziggler more often for divisions like the Intercontinental title division, because those matches certainly do go a long way. Now, the comparison of wrestlers of the past who have been Intercontinental Champion always get thrown around, and people ask me all the time, you know, who does Dean Ambros remind you of? And I think about people who Dean Ambros reminds me of, but the one name that stands out and remains constant with me over the years is Brian Pillman, just for how crazy and just how fun Brian Pillman was to watch, even in the earlier stages of Brian Pillman's career when he was the loose cannon wrestling for the Territories. That's who Dean Ambros really puts me in mind of. He doesn't really resemble anyone else at this point. Now, to say he won't resemble anyone else down the road in his wrestling career in later stages is something that's kind of just drawing a conclusion at this point. But right now, the only wrestler that really he resembles to me is Brian Pillman, just for how crazy both of these wrestlers were in their lifetime and just everything they did. And just the style of Dean Ambros, I think, really puts me in mind of Brian Pillman that could go a long way as Intercontinental Champion. Now, how long do I see Dean Ambros being Intercontinental Champion? Obviously, my prediction of him being a longer Intercontinental Champion than Roman Reigns being WWE Champion fell through with. You could see that happen before it ever happened and was in the minds of WWE creative, because they were going to not give Roman Reigns a championship reign that was actually worth talking about this close to WrestleMania. I think what they want to do with Roman Reigns is stir the pot as much as they can and create as much controversy for us to talk about surrounding everything going on with Triple H and Roman Reigns. That's why we saw a Mick Foley championship reign